Cancer, welcome back to the Renaissance Tarot. Welcome to your funny and your most favorite Armenian guy, where I serve and I slay. I'm looking at myself and I'm like, I hope Cancer doesn't mind me wearing a hat in today's reading. So dear Cancer, I will make sure that I will have an outdoor reading for you as well. As you know, I just came back from my triathlon, so I'll give you the details a little bit later into the reading. But today I'm going to be doing your reading from June 3rd to the 9th. This will be a general reading, so it may resonate with you and it may not. Now, dear Cancer-licious, sweetie pie, cutie patootie, looking all this so yummy. In this reading, I'm going to be taking a look at your recent past, present, and future. I'm going to clarify your main challenge, all the cards, and get some final advice. Cancer, I'm back from my triathlon in Colorado Boulder. So if I look a little bit I'm actually resting. I'm pretty much recovered, but I did a triathlon. It was challenging, honestly, and I placed the 4th place overall in my age group. It was really unexpected that I would do so well, but I've been training for these. So really thankful for this journey, and the scenery, the people, breathtaking, very nice people, great energy. So just love this so much. And now I'm back readjusting my altitude here. So thank you very much for your continuous support and for your love on my triathlon journey here. So feeling really excited for what's coming next, because I will have my Ironman coming up in July in Idaho. So until then, I'm just going to continue practicing and training. Now, let's talk about you, dear Cancer. Your challenge is the Tower. We're going to talk about this, honey. And what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the Knight of Pentacles, followed by the 8 of Swords and the 5 of Cups. Okay, so we're going to have a chat, okay? The Tower here, dear Cancer, this is something that I think it showed up for you some time ago as well. There is a situation in your life that has ended, or maybe is crumbling down, or there is some sort of a major shocking change that has happened or is happening. A lot of you are going through a transformation. A lot of you are going through some sort of your life right now in your reading, for what I'm seeing. I'm not going to rush into the reading. I will make sure to give you all the details that you need. In the future, you have the Wheel of Fortune and the World. Your entire life is changing. Okay, top to bottom, bottom to top, everything, okay? Because those are major arcana cards. The universe is doing something in your life. I think a lot of you, there is definitely a brand new beginning that's going to happen in love. I see here the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. So we're going to talk about this. We're going to see what is this main change that's happening. What are the things that are crumbling down, and what is it that you are letting go in order for you to make room for what's coming, okay? Now, in the recent past, dear Cancer, you have the Page of Swords, the 4 of Swords, and the Lovers. Some of you were dealing with a Gemini. I'm getting here Libra, Aquarius, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Leo. So in the recent past, I feel like there was a lot of love between you and another person. There is something about needing to take a break, or maybe someone disconnected from you, you disconnected from someone. I think that in the past, a lot of you needed your own time. There is something about here isolation. A lot of you started maybe just going more into meditative state, doing a lot of contemplation in regards to a specific relationship. Excuse me. I think that there was a lot of love between you and this individual, a lot of love. Some of you maybe were with a person who was from a different culture, background, ethnicity, race, nonetheless. For many of you, a lot of you with the 4 of Swords healed something very deep within you, and this has a lot to do with your childhood because of this relationship. We're going to talk about this. We're going to get more information for you in a moment. In the present moment, you have the Queen of Cups, the King of Pentacles, the Page of Wands. So right now, maybe you and someone are not talking to each other, or maybe things are not the same as they used to be, okay? Because as you can see, the King and the Queen are looking towards the other direction. But someone here could be a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Someone here is looking forward to reigniting that passion, brand new beginning here with you that they have had from the beginning. There is the Page of Wands. This is giving passionate beginning. Someone wants to restart something over. We're going to clarify this and we're going to get more information for you in a moment. In the near future, you have the Wheel of Fortune, the Three of Wands, and the World. So like I said, there is a major shift that's happening. There is travel that's going to come towards your way, a lot of travel. A lot of also cycles are closing up in your life. The World is the last card in tarot in Major Arcana. And this indicates a closure, some sort of a closure here. And it's going to actually bring forth in your life a lot of luck and a lot of abundance. Now, I need to mention this right now, whether you are new to the channel or you have been here before, Cancer, the Mercury retrograde is going to be in your sign. The Mercury retrograde is going to be in your sign. Mercury is the planet of communication, is the messenger, and it goes retrograde 3 times. When it goes retrograde, a lot of people from the past tend to come into our lives. Like they tend to show up. A lot of dreams, a lot of memories, flashbacks, nostalgia, communication glitches, a lot of things. But it also allows us the opportunity to reflect a lot of things, reflect on our communication style, just in general. So you may want to book your travels accordingly. Okay, that's gonna last in your entire season here. We'll talk about that in the future readings also, but just heads up. But don't be afraid, because something really positive is opening up for you, and Jupiter is moving into Leo, and that's about abundance. That's about you showing up, you standing up, you creating more abundance for you and more happiness. And within this relationship, when it comes to this person seems to be actually moving towards your way. Even though there has been an ending between you and them, this person, they also have been going through something really possibly traumatic in their life, and I'm getting maybe someone here had a loss, some kind of a loss. So there is a lot of changes that are happening on both ends, okay? Some kind of a loss, I don't know. We're gonna find out more, but let's get into your reading. This is gonna be a very deep reading, so I'm gonna recommend you to grab your popcorn, buckle up, okay? I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna make sure to see what is the important message here that you need to know when it comes to this upcoming couple of weeks, although this is a weekly reading. But let's clarify the Tower here. So Cancer, I miss you so much, and honestly, you know, I always want to make sure that everyone feels equally loved and appreciated. I've thought about going out into the nature. Maybe I'll go to Grand Canyon or Sedona, outdoorsy, and I'm going to do a reading for you in the nature, okay? So I just want to make sure that, you know, I haven't forgotten about you. So, Cancer, the Tower here, okay, something is shifting, something has ended. It's clarified by the Three of Cups, the Four of Swords, and the Temperance and the Hierophant. So this is about commitment, and the Hierophant is also the card of a Taurus, okay? Or you could be dealing with the Sagittarius. So right now, Cancer, there is a lot of healing that's happening. Many of you may be reconciled with somebody in the past, and then it came to an end here. A lot of you are resting. A lot of you are needing to take some time out to heal something within you. I think that there must have been a very painful ending. It has caused a lot of pain to you, okay? And for many of you, what you are really doing right now is you're seeking the support from the right people, okay? The adequate type of support from the right people here. So you might have people coming around you and supporting you. You might have your funny and your most favorite card minion guy come in here and support you. You're gonna get through this, okay? Because I feel like that this Tower moment that's happening in your life is giving you some sort of a revelation also about boundaries, okay? We talked about, you know, Venus is your planet. My Venus is in Cancer, so you know when it comes to love, you outpour yourself a lot. You may need to reestablish some boundaries here. So like I said with the Temperance, you're alchemizing this. You're an alchemist, so you transmute this pain into power. A lot of you are being called to go more into meditation, breath work. You know, Cancer, people say, I want to reconcile with my person, or I want to manifest this, I want to manifest that. I'm like, that's great. How is your nervous system doing right now? Do you have a regulated nervous system? Because people, you know, they may jump from tarot reading to tarot reading, or they may want to see if someone is going to give them the magic formula. The magic formula, my cutie patootie, is literally meditation, breath work, being grounded, having a gratitude journal, connecting with the nature, because it is important to prioritize oneself and your mental health and yourself overall, to take care of yourself before wanting to see if someone or something outside of you is going to make you happy. So right now, I think the universe is changing something within your consciousness, okay? Because this lightning here that's hitting the top of the tower, that lightning indicates download. It indicates your crown chakra, okay? Your crown, everyone has the crown chakra, their chakras, right? The energy centers. And that is something that's being opened up for you. Your third eye is opening up, your intuition is getting more heightened, and you're just starting to see this life from a higher level of consciousness. And you know, a lot of you are very spiritual. A lot of you have a very strong sense of intuition. So you gotta trust your intuition. Even if something very painful is happening in your life right now, Cancer, that is not the end of the story. Because I see here the universe opening up new doors for you. And I have personally gone through my own tower moments when I couldn't understand why something was ending, why something was so painful, excruciating, debilitating. I just had to let it pass and be in that moment. And just ask myself, what am I learning from this experience? What is the universe teaching me through this ending? You know, and once I started focusing on myself and prioritizing myself and loving myself, I got what I wanted. But here is the trick. I didn't need that anymore because I was already feeling complete and whole within myself. Some sassy shit out here, you know what I'm saying? So there is something here that you're healing within yourself, and this is healing the connection with another person. Now, in the past, the Page of Swords is clarified by the Star, the King of Pentacles, and the Two of Swords, and the Strength at the bottom. Some of you could have a Leo Moon, Leo Rising, Leo Venus. In the recent past, some of you were dealing with an Aquarius, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. So a lot of you in the past, there was this indecision. When it came to this person, many of you tried to trust your intuition to move towards a specific direction. I think that there is something here about someone not being so maybe sure about the dynamic of this relationship. So there was a lot of uncertainty coming from this person specifically, okay? You just didn't know, you both didn't know where this relationship was gonna head towards. So Four of Swords here, I think a lot of you maybe took some time out and started healing, clarified by the Chariot, Page of Swords, Two of Pentacles. Now this is very clear. Some of you disconnected from this person. Some of you went to a completely different location, different place, different area. The Chariot in Tarot is the card of a Cancer. It's literally one of my most favorite cards because it carries such confidence that is not loud, and it carries so much resilience. It's a go-getter energy. So because someone here was being on and off with you and inconsistent, a lot of you also didn't know for quite some time whether you should stay or you should leave this relationship. A lot of you in the past were questioning whether you should end this connection with this person or not. I think it was a very difficult decision nonetheless. And you have the Lovers here, okay? So indeed there was a lot of love between you and this person. And you know, not a gender specific. My channel is for everyone. So there was a lot of love between you and this individual in the recent past, but there was a decision that had to be made because there was also inconsistency. The Lovers is clarified by the Page of Cups, the iconic Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles. Some of you were very much feeling isolated and left out there because your goal with this person was to have a brand new beginning, was to actually get married. Some of you even wanted to have a business or to start a business with this person, like a family business possibly. I think a lot of you expressed your love the best that you could towards this person with the Page of Cups, but unfortunately with the Five of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, and the Nine of Swords at the bottom of the deck, the person that you were dealing with, Cancer, was very much closed off, and it caused you a lot of stress. It caused you a lot of overthinking. I think that you might have also dealt with somebody who was avoiding talking about something or addressing something. So, you know, there's different attachment styles, right? Avoidant, dismissive, and anxious, and things like that. So a lot of you just knew that this person maybe was avoiding either committing or just owning something or addressing something and opening up about a specific situation. Now, in the recent past, it looks like the King and the Queen, as you can see, the court cards are showing up. They're not looking at each other. So there is this energy of maybe not talking to each other in the present moment. Let's talk about you. I feel like the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups is you. So the Queen of Cups, dear Cancer, in the present moment is clarified by the Nine of Pentacles, the Justice, Ten of Pentacles, and the Judgment. Wow, you are dealing with the Libra, a lot of you. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. So the Judgment, Five of Swords, there might have been some sort of an argument and a conflict between you and this person. Things actually have transformed a lot, have changed a lot. Now, a lot of you are having some kind of a realization. There could be some legal matters also going on. I don't know what legal matters are, but a lot of you are focused on your financial stability. Now, I think you have grown so much, Cancer, especially over the past 6 months that I've seen in your readings, that you have come to realize that it's important for you, first of all, to make sure that your stability, you're secure in your finances. Some of you are planning about making some financial investments here, and you don't want any war, okay? You don't want any competition. 5 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. You don't have to fight to prove your worth and your value to anybody here. You're also realizing that, because a lot of you, maybe in the past, you got caught up into that pendulum of fight, conflict, trying to prove your worth to this person. You don't have to do that anymore, okay? What you are wanting to maintain and what you are wanting to show up as, you are wanting to show up as someone who knows their worth and their value, and you're all about peace and equality, but that doesn't come at the cost of you abandoning yourself. Okay, Queen of Cups is a card of a Cancer, King of Cups, Queen of Cups. There's a lot of male Cancers watching me too. So you're focused on your financial stability, you're looking good, you're starting to take care of yourself more. There is this very strong self-care energy, especially when this is going to be your birthday month and the sun is going to be in your sign. Okay, so it's like almost you're intuitively preparing for something really big. Now let's talk about this person. They also look at you, someone right now, Cancer, that, oh, Cancer actually is very stable. Cancer has it got together financially. Cancer is looking good. So this person is maybe watching you. This person maybe is observing you from afar. The King of Pentacles is clarified by the 10 of Swords, the Strength, and the 5 of Wands, and the 5 of Pentacles. For some of you, I think that when, if you were to look at this person's life, which we are doing from tarot, it looks like this person right now is going through a major ego death, or there is something that they have no other choice but they gotta confront. This person could be going through some sort of family issues and family matters, or in their work environment. It looks like this person is actually going through a tower moment of their own, okay? 10 of Swords, there is something that's ending in this person's life, and I think they are aware that the relationship that didn't work out with you, it actually has, after that relationship they ended with you, they have been caught up in a lot of conflicts, okay? Not everything has been going very smoothly for them. Their frequency and their vibration was not at best. So they're looking forward to initiating something here with the Page of Wands. This is about initiation, wanting to reignite. Almost this person wants to get back on track for their life first, to make something right for themselves, because they're having a wake-up call as well. This person could be also going through some financial challenges, so they might be paying off a debt here, okay? And they're quite disappointed, and they're quite sad and really overwhelmed about the fact that you seem to have moved on. You could be a public figure, by the way, as well. And they're looking at you, they're watching you. So let's clarify the Page of Wands for you in the present moment. I think this person does have a lot of respect for you, Cancer, but they kind of feel remorseful for how things ended and how they treated you. So the Page of Wands is clarified by the Knight of Wands, the 5 of Swords, and the Queen of Wands. Yeah, and the 6 of Cups, 6 of Wands at the bottom. I think this person knows that if they are ever going to come towards your way, could be a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, they need to make sure that there is no third parties. And the third party could be anything from a person to anything in life, work, animals, family members, monster in-laws, okay? And this person knows if they're going to come towards your way, they need to come without any conflict, without any passive-aggressive behavior, without anything with the 5 of Swords that's going to insinuate a conflict, okay? They know that. Because I think what you are doing now, even though you've been going through a very chaotic ending here, very chaotic situation, you are wanting to make sure that you're not getting involved with any kind of drama or any kind of competition, and that right there is a big flex. Okay, so now major shift is happening for you. This is quite final. I think with the Wheel of Fortune is giving finality, is giving confidence. A lot of you, there is a major flow of abundance that's going to come towards your way. Wheel of Fortune is you're closing off the chapters, you have learned your lessons, you're ready to enter into the next chapter. Clarified by the Moon. By the way, the Moon is also associated with Cancer, and we just had the full moon in Sagittarius. So clarified by the Moon, the Hangman, 7 of Swords, and the King of Wands. I think a lot of you What you're gonna see, whatever was ever a lie is going to be revealed. Okay, very clear message here. I think you're gonna see also not only just there is a lot of things around you, Cancer, that is going to be exposed. A lot of people's true intentions are going to be exposed, by the way. The moon, the hangman, seven of swords, you know, there is a lot of illumination that's happening. The moon talks about typically subconscious mind, our worries, our anxiety, things that really worry us, and, you know, fears. And then there is the hangman. It's illumination, it's epiphany, it's seeing life from a higher level of consciousness, from a different perspective. And then there is the seven of swords. So a lot of realization, a lot of things are coming under the light. And with the three of wands here, for many of you, you're starting to be very serious about your future here. Now, when it comes to this person's actions towards your way, I think it's gonna happen right before your birthday. This person, first of all, all I'm seeing here for them is they're going through a major change, like a major shift in their life. And that's something that they have to sit and deal with. While you are here with the three of wands, looking more into the future, maybe some of you are planning travel, clarified by the Knight of Swords, Queen of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles and the Lovers. So as you are traveling, relocating, or just thinking about something else, you're very, very detached, you're gonna hear from this person. They're gonna come towards your way very unexpectedly, and they're gonna make an offer. Now, when that offer comes in, Cancer, with the Page of Pentacles, I think a lot of you, yes, you do love this person. The Lovers is here, Gemini, the Empress, Taurus, Queen of Swords. Okay, so the love is here. There is a lot of love between you and this person. Pregnancy, I see here some of you also pregnancy happening between you two, because that's what the Empress here is about, the Divine Feminine. But I think that you're going to make sure that you're not rushing back into the relationship if you choose to do so, because you seem to be so detached that you wouldn't really care if they came or if they did not. And that is one of the secrets of manifestation, when you detach and you let it go. You're not obsessed or attached to the outcome of how your manifestation is going to happen. You're simply just allowing things to unfold for you without assigning any kind of meaning that your life depends on it. Like literally, Cancer. You know what I mean? I know that you know what I mean. Okay? So, Cancer, Licious, Sweetie Pie, the world is here. You're closing off a major cycle, and it's been a struggle for you to close this cycle for quite some time, of the detachment. Detachment doesn't mean not loving the person, not wishing them well, not wanting to be with them. Detachment means that, Cancer, look, I'm going to clarify this, but I want to eliminate something for you, honey. Detachment, it means not obsessing over how this manifestation is going to happen. It means that you are going to be literally good with or without this. It's a state of being, and it doesn't mean you don't want it. It means that you just assume that reality, you proclaim it, you announce it, if that's what you want with this person, but you let the universe, you let the higher power, the consciousness, the force to do its own thing as well, you know, because it's time to relax. It's time to rest. It's been a chaotic few months here with the Tower, okay? It's been very challenging. And I think that the more we resist, the more we try to force anything to change in this 3D reality, the harder it becomes. You gotta also start creating and manifesting from the 5D and from the 4D, thinking fourth dimensionally and fifth dimensionally. You know what I mean? So that's a higher level of consciousness. The world is clarified by the Tower, the 10 of Wands, literally, and the Wheel of Fortune. Do he own a mega church? So I'm saying, honey, you cannot make this up. I know a lot of you are very spiritual. You keep record of the cards. You know what I mean. Do you remember that your challenge was the Tower? Yes, you do. And the last card of Tarot, the last card in Major Arcana, which is the World, it means you're closing up a cycle. And what cycle are you closing up? Whatever no longer serves you, the Tower moment here, letting go of old habits, letting go of the heaviness, letting go of the burdens, letting go of wanting to be the caretaker of everybody else and abandoning yourself. And the Wheel of Fortune is showing up. And the Wheel of Fortune is twice in your reading, so this is a double confirmation. as a major arcana card that the universe is bringing something much better in your life. And you might even have other options that you can really look into. And I'm not saying it's not going to work out between you and this person, but what I'm seeing here is there is a version of you, Cancer, that's about to be coming out. It's like a rebirth. It's like you could associate yourself with Phoenix, you know, that very mystical animal or bird creature who rose out of the ashes. And that means that you are you're in a place in your life right now, Cancer, where you're like, I can no longer be my older self. I can no longer be a people pleaser. I cannot abandon myself and try to cater everybody else and end up constantly going through tough moments. Not that it's a bad thing. Every situation that even it seems it's not working out and it's painful, it doesn't mean we're being punished. It means that there is a lesson that we're finally learning, admitting, and we're embodying this new version of us. So major shift is happening for you, and I honestly feel like that you're gonna have so many options here. 7 of Cups, 10 of Cups. I mean, you could still choose to be with this person. I think that you may not see this coming, but that energy that's coming for you is like you're gonna be at a place where you're so detached, you have options. You can choose to be with this person or you can choose to walk away. Because at the end of the day, you are a very family-oriented sign, okay, 10 of Cups. You can choose to do whatever you want. You know, it's because you are learning the lesson. And you know, when people say, oh, you know, just sit there and manifest. No, manifestation is not just like, it's coming out of nowhere. You have done the work. You have done the work. That's why that manifestation is coming into your life. When people don't do the work, when they don't regulate their nervous system, when they don't do the inner work, their shadow work, and process their emotions and forgive other people, and you know, don't allow any negativity to contaminate their energy and their auric field. When you are pure, when you have genuine heart and you learn the lessons, of course manifestation is going to happen very easy for you. Of course you're going to get the sprinkle. If you want to marry a pastor who owns a mega church, you can do that, like I'm going to do. I'm kidding, that's an inside joke, okay? If you're going to want to walk on water, you can do that because you have done the work. So it's not some rose petals just falling off the sky and you just sitting in your room and affirming. You have done the work and you are still doing the work. Everyone, if people tell you they're completely healed, they're a master at this, they're a master at that, they're lying. Don't believe them. Everyone is still working through their shadow aspect. We live in a 3-dimensional world. We live in a world where there's 8 billion frequencies going on, and you know, we have been affected ever since our childhood to think a certain way, to behave a certain way, traumatized, this and that. Now, because you're awakening and you're coming into, you might even have a Kundalini awakening, like you're spiritually awakening. So you're having a realization, I'm a spiritual being, I'm literally having a human experience. Let me just get hold of this reality. Sprinkle. Let me just control this reality. Co-create with the universe, of course, okay? Because you're not a victim to your reality, honey, okay? So, serve and slay. So let's get the advice and see what's going on for you, Cancer. I told you I'm gonna give you the steak. I told you I'm gonna serve and slay. I was planning to do this reading like a little shorter, like maybe 20 minutes, 22, but it's 28 minutes. Whatever, I'm gonna serve and slay. Do we have a problem? Do we have a problem? So your advice here, you have these 5 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, and the King of Swords, and the 10 of Swords, Temperance. So whatever situation has ended and it's been very painful, Cancer, with the Temperance, without a doubt, you're healing this. Every ending is going to land you to a brand new beginning. Your biggest piece of advice here, dear Cancer, is the following. Even though there has been an abandonment, someone left you, there has been a difficult situation, there is an offer that's coming in. I think you have the power with the King of Swords to either, you know, take that offer or not. I think it has a lot to do with you also observing this person's behavior. In general, do they look good? Not physically but energetically, because you're someone that you probably can read energies. Does this person seem to be someone that they have done the work? Because if someone grew up in a very dysfunctional family, if you have dealt with the person who either went through a very bad breakup, divorce, or their family members or their parents, or was very broken family, dysfunctional family, that's a subconscious belief and a pattern that came with them. And if this person hasn't done the work, they're not able to give you what you want. Meanwhile, you're being very decisive and you're embarking onto a new path here that's opening up for you with the Ace of Pentacles. The universe is giving you the opportunity okay, to finally close off this chapter of this constant hide and seek games, back and forth games, indecisiveness, you abandoning yourself. And once you say yes to the universe and you say, I'm choosing myself fully, then you're gonna see how it's also causing a ripple effect, because this person is looking at you as someone that you are the Nine of Pentacles. You're confident, you're looking good, you're feeling yourself, back off. I'm feeling myself, back off. He be thinking about me when he jacks off, wax off. National anthem, heads off. So I'm saying, you are meant to feel good. You're meant to look good. And people can feel the energy. They can tell. So by you doing the work within you and you healing yourself, you're becoming a perfect example and a representation for what it means to be someone who has done the inner work within themselves, and you're not repeating the same pattern again and again. What this person is gonna do, that's up to their discretion. Meanwhile, you're choosing yourself, okay? So Cancer, this is what I had for you. Thank you very much for tuning in. I love you so much. And again, on this channel, we make sure to go ahead to hit the like button to support one another. So thank you for doing that. Hyping, liking, and commenting is very much welcome and appreciated. So thank you very much. I really hope this reading resonated with you. I love you so much, and I will see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.